What is going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and I hope we're all doing extremely well. Now, this is going to be a slightly different video than I normally do, so please bear with me if I make some mistakes while I'm doing it. So as you can see, we have like the best of my icons that I have. You're going to see how I packed Blanc soon. I mean, he's not that expensive, but he's a pretty decent player. Again, you would have seen me pack Pele. If you'd followed my channel, you would have seen me pack Hullet and Zawa as well, or Sour, however you pronounce her name. So these are just some of the best, obviously, icons that I've picked up over the last few weeks. And I'm currently working on Eusebio. Now, I'm not in too much of a rush to get Eusebio finished. I did Ginola, again, if you follow my channel, you would have seen that I did Ginola a little while ago. But I'm basically going to show you guys how I did, these 594 rated so far. Obviously, I can finish Eusebio this weekend if I wanted to, but like I say, I'm not in that mad of a rush to get him finished. But I just wanted to show you guys how I did it and the rinse and repeat method that I was using to do it as well. So if, like me, you have players in your club, especially those team of the week players that we have, you don't need that many to start off with. 3 or 4 will do you, and then from there you can just basically rinse and repeat the packs, the exchanges. I'll show you exactly how I was doing it anyway. But you just literally need a handful of TOTS players, and we all pretty much have those in abundance, and they're pretty readily available. So you can see here's a few of mine, and these 3 here, for example, are and Loco as well. I mean, he's alone, but you know what I mean. Medina, Bentalab, Mussolot, they're pretty common players to get, and once you start picking up those type of players, you can just rinse and repeat. So yeah, let me show you what I mean, and then yeah, hopefully everybody can get that Eusebio completed, can get that Eto completed, can get that Ginola completed, and have the ideal squad that they want. So yeah, let's jump into what I was doing. So we had already completed 10 times 84 times 10. We had already completed the 5 times 85s to get us started with this. So yeah, this is where we start from. So we're opening the packs. You can see here we've got Haaland. Pretty decent start. Didn't have him in the club, so we can send him to the club. Then the 3 players here. I was going to throw him away, and then my son, who was sat next to me, said, no, we'll put him into the exchanges. So that's exactly what we did. So the 91, the 90, and the 87. So we whacked them in the exchanges, which is the rinse and repeat method. So these type of players here, you're thinking to yourself, they're not. I can't do anything with them. I'm just going to bid them. No, 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 no. Go to your SBC, go to your exchanges. You put the Kobel into the 87. Then you've got the Petit and the other guy, I can't remember his name, Medina, I think it was, we were talking about. So yeah, we'll start off with the Kobel. We'll whack him straight into the goalkeeping position. My game was so laggy. Yeah, pressed the wrong button there. But anyway, you can see where I'm going with this. So whack Kobel in there. Boom, that's 27 players you're going to get straight back instantly. And then you go to the 89 rated, where we're going to put the Petit and the Medina, and you're going to get 51 cards back from that as well. So that is going to be 102 cards just from 2 players. And once you've got these cards, you start opening the packs, and as you'll see here, we're going to start opening the packs again. It kind of repeats itself. There's a little bit of a pattern going on in the way it repeats itself. So what you can do is then, like me, once you start getting like the 93s, the 94s, the 95 rated cards, you start putting them into your SBC that you want. Whether that be the Eto, the Ginola, or the Eusebio. So for me, I waited until I had enough 93s. I waited until I had enough 94s to complete the next SBC on that list. So I went through 5 of those SBCs pretty quickly by doing this method. I still have, you can see from my club, I have so many players, so many high-rated players. This is what I'm saying, that I can finish him if I wanted to, but I'm not crazy in a rush for him at the minute. I've got other things that I want to achieve before I finish him. So yeah, you can see here we're going to go to the 84 times 10. Once we've obviously got these 3 players back in the club, so again we can rinse and repeat those players later on when we want to. 84 times 10. Here we get an icon. We get Banzer as well. Banzer's usable for he's your top player basically, and then behind him you have your winter wildcard icon as well. So here instantly you've got some decent fodder, you've got some decent players. So we've got the 92 Bergkamp. Isn't quite good enough for the Eusebio, but he is good enough for the Ginola, and he is good enough for the Eto. But I put them in the exchanges because I need higher rated players than that. So this is what I'm saying with these type of players. Just go to your exchanges. You can see there, we've done it once before already. A lot of people don't use the exchanges for some strange reason. I'm not quite sure why, but it is definitely worth putting your high rateds into there, because 51 players back, if you do that enough times before you know it, you've got a couple of hundred players. And also bearing in mind, if you're doing the crafting as well, and you're running out of players, 51 players back each time, you do it enough, you can finish that crafting thing off quite quickly, like we did. What I mean by quickly is the players in your club. I mean, it takes absolute hours to finish that crafting thing off. It is one of the most horrible things to do in the game, but we did it. Yeah, it's so boring to do it, but we did it. But we did it without having to touch the store. We did it by doing the exchanges and just rinse and repeat in the game. And that is unfortunately what it's all about, guys. Is just rinse and repeating everything you see in front of you. And here I'll just show you what this 50 what times 51 players pack looks like. You probably have all done it yourself now, but you can see there's a tots in there. That's exactly what we needed. We needed a tots player again, so we can rinse and repeat certain SBCs. We get an 88 rated, which is good as well, because again that goes down as your fodder. The card behind it, I can't remember who it is now. I mean, Wobbenroy 90 rated again. We can put that in the exchanges. You've got your crafting players, boom, you can whack them straight in your club. You've got your 90 rated tots that you needed to rinse and repeat with. So again, it is just a circle, it is just a cycle. We just have to keep going through the motions until we get these high rated players that we need to finish off your Etos, your Ginolas, etc, etc. So yeah, I hope that kind of makes sense of where this is going so far. And then you will come across certain times that you pack a card that you want to keep, or you pack a card that you probably wasn't necessarily expecting, and that is the bonus to doing this as well. And here we're opening the 84x10. Got to check away the players we've just packed from the previous pack first and foremost. So 85x10, and this pack was a pretty decent pack. So Brazilian right back. It's a nice card. It's a usable card as well. So if you haven't got Carlos Alberto, he can go straight into your squad. He's a usable card. Centre back as well, I think. But then behind him, we get a high rated card. We get Saliba, 94 rated. That is what we're hunting for. We're hunting for those 93s and 94s. And there, we get a 93 and a 94 and some nice golds in there as well. We've got Dempsey. Dempsey can go back into the exchange, but I throw him away on this occasion because you've already seen me do the exchanges before. But you see where I'm going with this. Again, the 84x10. English striker. We know that's going to be Smith all day long. All day long. And again, it's a 91 rated. Now, that is a usable card. But again, behind that we have, well, look at the fodder we've got from this, guys, from the 84x10. Everything is usable in some way, shape or form. We can either put it in the exchanges, or we can keep it, or we could use it for something else. On this occasion, I'm going to put it into the 94. Is it an icon pack? I think it is. No, it isn't. It's the Path to Glory pack. 91 plus rated. So you can see here, I'm just going to put them in that. What else am I going to do with them? I can either put them in the exchanges, or I can put them somewhere else, or I can throw them away. So on this occasion, I'm thinking if I put them in a 94 plus, I can get a 94 plus back, and that is what we're hunting. We're hunting the 94 players. So that is the whole purpose of this rinse and repeating exercise, if you know what I mean. So I've just skipped ahead a little bit. I've filled out the squad. I've done it. You can see here we've got our players back. We're going to open the pack, and right here you can see we've got 3 95s and a 96. That is absolutely perfect. Let's go for the 96. Oblak, again, because we can put him in Eto, Ginola, Eusebio. He will save you players in the long run. So once you've got so many cards already stacked up, yeah, you can do the 93 plus, you can do the 94 plus. It kind of just makes sense to just rinse and repeat it. It is boring to do this, but I think it's the best way to do it. and I think it's the cheapest way to do it if you don't have the cards or you don't have the fodder in your club. I mean, here we get João Pedro's 89 rated, and behind him there's a winter wild card, and I think it's Courtois 91 rated. So there you go. You've got your 91 rated, you've got your 89 rated. You can see here I've got them all in the club. So my son's screaming at me, put them in the exchange, put them in the exchange. You've already seen me do the exchanges, so there isn't much point in me showing you that again. So I can throw them away. I can always get them back at a later date, but I'm just going to throw them away for now. And again, like I said to you previously, we've done another 94 plus because we collected the 89s and the 90s to do that. So here you can see we can get ourselves a nice 94, so we get a 96. We already have the 97, so we'll take Tuchumini, the 96 rated, because again, he can go into one of your big SBCs because he will save you some cards because he's a 96 rated card. So yeah, every so often you can do the 94s, you can do the 93s. And as you can see, we've still got packs to open. I mean, these are little crappy packs, but it all makes a difference, especially when you're crafting as well. So not only am I'm kind of giving people advice on that, but it's also the crafting side of things as well. So you can see here, I think that's going to be Litman from what I remember. I can't really remember now, but yeah, but we get Courtois again, we get a few high rateds. Again, we can put them in the exchanges, rinse and repeat. I don't on this occasion because I'm just trying to blast through these packs now. You can kind of see where we're going with this whole rinse and repeat thing. And the TOTS cards, you pretty much get every single pack. You can see here we get 2 TOTS, we've got Brolin as well, we've got a couple of icons, we've got 1 icon. So again, I'm throwing them away because you've already seen me do it. I don't want to keep repeating what's going on because it's bad enough that we've got to repeat these freaking SBCs, but it is what it is. And this was Blanc, and it's a card that I'm going to keep. It's a 97 rated. However, if you don't want him, again, he will help you out in a bigger SBC. So we do get Blanc, and we do get another TOTS card there. So we got a usable card that can go in my icon squad, and some other cards as well. So, you know, I mean, he is $250,000. I mean, he was 500k, I think, on Friday night, but he's dropped down now. But again, he's a usable card for me. But if you're not using him again, I can repeat myself, you can put him in a big boy SBC. So just bear that in mind, how we're moving forward with this. And again, we get, I think it's Perez here. Yeah, again, he's a usable card for an icon squad. But look, I mean, we get Kyle Walker, 97 rated. Again, he will save you players in the long run. So that is what we're talking about. So it's definitely worth following a little bit of this advice and using this rinse and repeat method. Let me know what you think to this type of video, guys, because I don't often do them. I'm going to do a 94 Eusebio quickly because I've collected some players. But yeah, let me know what you think to this type of video. Hit that like button if you like what you see. Subscribe if you haven't already. Got some more things coming your way, especially FC25 stuff. And yeah, let me know in the comments below if this helps you. Let me know if you get that big player that you've wanted for a long time. Let me know if this helps. I'd love the feedback on that. And until next time, everybody take care and look after themselves.